Hello, welcome back to part 3 of Knitting Basics. I'm going to keep working on our dishcloth pattern and teach you to do the basic yarn over. Sorry, I'm having a little hard time talking. I have tried zooming in the camera really close so that you can easily see what I'm doing. Okay, and our last part we had done 2 knit rows. We have 4 stitches. We're going to continue with two knit stitches, and then a yarn over. So again, to do the knit, you go in and through the back of the loop. I'm going to flip this over so you can kind of see. There you go. How that looks on the back, and bring it over, tug it down and through. When you bring it back through, loosen it, let it loosen up a little bit. You want your stitches to ride smoothly over the needles. Not so loose that they're falling off, but not so tight that you can't easily work through them. And we do our next knit, around, over, and through, and off. And now we do our yarn over, which is simply take your yarn from the back, over the point of the needle on the right side and over. Just kind of hold it in place, and then knit the next stitch. And for the first row, we're doing knit 2, yarn over, knit 2, and off, and the final knit on that row, and ta-da! We now have 5 stitches to work with. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, switch hands with the needles, and just kind of a point of reference. I do knit English style. Or also it's called I'm a thrower, so to speak. I have tried knitting continental, which is holding the yarn in my left hand. I'm no good at it, so this is what works for me. And again, we're going to knit 2, so we go through, under, over, back through, and slide off. And sometimes when you're first starting, it is easier to work further down the needle. Just so that you're feeling more confident you're not going to drop a stitch. Knit number 2, off, there we go. And now we're going to do that yarn over again, where we take the yarn from behind, over the needle, and just kind of hold it there. Come back around and over, off. Now we'll have a knit 3 to the end. And get that on there. So, oh, and I didn't. There we go. Get it all the way through all the plies on the yarn. It helps a lot. There we go. Ta-da. And we have a couple of rows. You can see how the yarn overs are starting to open up. And that's going to create a nice border along the edges of the dishcloth. I'm going to do another row or 2, and hopefully you can see how the cloth starts to form, the texture of it, and how open those yarn overs look. There we go. 1, knit 2, yarn over, and now we're going to knit 4. So around there, off. One nice thing with this, starting with a dishcloth, is it works up quickly. There's a lot of practice for knitting stitches, and it's something that gauge isn't critical. And when you're done, you have something that is usable, which is really nice. Scarves are often recommended as a starting point. I don't like them, even though you do practice your stitches a lot. It takes forever to finish one, and it can be discouraging, and so people tend to give it up. But there you can see how those yarn overs are making a little lacy border, and the texture of a garter stitch, which is just knitting each row. Turn. And for this pattern, you're going to want to keep working these rows until you have until you have 47 stitches on. It's going to make a fairly nice sized dishcloth. Knit 1, and off, knit 2 and off, yarn over, and knit to the end of the row. Like I say, we'll keep doing that until we have 47 stitches. And then I'm going to come back in the next video and show you how to do a knit 2 together decrease, which forms the other half of the dishcloth. And get here to the end. I'll show you how it looks. Here we go. And you can see, as I tuck down here, you're starting to get those nice little open diagonal, or open stitches that'll go up the diagonal sides. Gives a really pretty border. And you can see a little bit too how the garter stitch looks. All right, thank you very much, and I will see you again in the next episode.